my hand, and we'll go away to a different place, float on air, and we'll hide away. I'll be your escape. Look up and feel the shifting winds tossing us around again. Hold tight, get ready to begin, and just levitate. No control over where we go, but we don't care to know. Ignorance is bliss. Your tears are gone, and they drifted back from where they came, and they will not be missed. Look up and feel the shifting winds tossing us around again. Hold tight, you're ready to begin, and just levitate. Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night, erase all of these broken dreams and flight. And we'll only by frozen memories. Lost in time, racing all these broken dreams tonight, and we'll
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me bleed. Let me. All of the pain seems to follow, like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it as I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me so alive.
You can see here with meetups, I also support other meetups. And what we do at Rangle, we support different communities, and we give back to the communities by having the space and creating like a framework for the meetups. So we support Angular, React, design, agile meetups, and now analytics. So this is our, I think, third or fourth. So we're very new, and we're learning a lot about you guys. So where you're coming from, what you're interested, and what I did. So when you came and we asked you at the registration, so go to the board and tell us what you're interested in, and what's your background is. So this way I know, for example, if you guys want to know about the big data, so I'll get someone from the big data next month. If you want to know about whatever you want to know about, so I can build the meetups around you. Also, what I do in Agile Matters, so I run the retro after the meetup. So here you will see the name of the meetup. So this is the digital marketing and analytics. So I know some of you guys from the Eventbrite, and that's how I run it this time and for the meetup. And you will see the squares here, right? So what I like. So after the meetup, let's do the retro. So take this sticker, and you can get the stickers and the pens at the registration table, and just put what you liked, what you learned, what was lacked, and what you long, right? So this way, again, I can see what you like about the event, what you learn, and we can change it in the future. So logistics. So you have the internet password on the left, on the right. So that's Rangle guest if you need it. The washrooms this way. People at the back. So people at the back, I know you're at the back, and I know you like to be on the back, but I would like you guys come and join us here. So come and join us here so we can fill the tables, and we have like a very nice cozy workshop and presentation here. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Bassem. So we kind of have different connections, and the way how I found out about what we're gonna present actually for his workshop. So I personally went and I pay my own money because I wanted to find out what this is all about. And when I came to his workshop, I found out that actually I know this guy. So we used to hang out at the social event. And when we hang out at the social event, he actually told me how he started the company. So without knowing, I came to the workshop like you. And when I knew how the company became alive and how they grew. So when I was in the workshop, a lot of things were new and I was very surprised. A lot of things didn't make sense because I'm not a SEO professional, but I learned a lot. But when I came back and I started to analyze what they actually did, it made a lot of sense. So I started to think, if you don't know something and you go and you search for knowledge and you pay for the workshop, as well as you're gonna use a lot of tools, if you can find the way as they did, and he will explain more, to put everything in a place to save you money, to save time, and my job is here to bring him so you know about it, right? So you don't have to use it, you don't have to do anything. I wanted to share with as many people as I wanted, as I could, about the tool, and you can find out here, right? So you don't have to go and pay the money because I work on Rangle and I can make it happen. And Bassem, so please come over and introduce yourself, tell the story, as people don't know, and tell all about the Green Lotus tools.
I have them.
Do you have them?
Awesome. How are you guys? Good. Is the sound too loud? All right, we're good. Okay, so who likes SEO? As expected, nobody, okay? So it's gonna be a little bit, SEO is a dry topic, right? And we're gonna try to bring the fun into dry topic. So this is gonna be one of those presentations that you have to participate. So, because if you do not participate, I'm gonna fall asleep and it's gonna be a long hour. So if you do agree that you want to participate in this workshop, please raise your hand. So who does not want to participate? So I know who you are. Okay, so first thing, could you please all stand up? All right, so let's get ready for this. So give yourself a shake to the right, shake to the left, look to the person next to you and tell them how good looking they are. All right, thank you guys. Please have a seat. I'm getting some directions from my commander. All right, so my name is Bassem Ghali, and today we're gonna talk about something exciting. It's how to get more leads and sales without actually paying for advertising. Isn't that a good topic? Love it? Awesome. So part of the participation is that you can shout at me at any time. A comment, a question, anything you want, you can just, Bassem, what does this mean? Doesn't make any sense. I love this because this is how I do my presentations. All right, let's get started. Am I in the way of the project? Okay, here we go. So who of you is feeling like this guy because they don't rank on the first page of Google? This is where you participate and raise hands. Who of you? All right, the rest are fine, okay? And who of you is even more frustrated because they don't know what to do to get on the first page of Google? It's a mystery. It is a freaking mystery. So we need to talk. The good news that you are in the right session, and this is what we're going to be talking about tonight. So I grew up in Egypt. I was born in Egypt, and actually the only university degree I have is a bachelor degree in architect. So I used to look like those guys. It's so hot in Egypt that we only wear just the bottom piece. When I moved to Canada, I did a few jobs. I worked in McDonald's, I worked in a chicken factory, I worked in some odd jobs, and one day I found a job to do remarketing and rebranding for a company. So redesign their logo, redesign their website. And after I did the job, the guy asked me, how can we be on the first page of Google when someone searches for our services? And I'm talking like 12 years ago. I'm like, who knows, man? I don't know. And I asked my brother and I asked a few people, and they told me to buy a book. And I bought the book, and within like 3 months, we increased traffic by like 800%. It went like a complete hockey stick. It was a lot easier back in the day. If you just fix your title tags and just some keywords on the page, you will do it. But it got me really interested in how people behave, what makes people click, why people purchase from a site versus the other site. And the analytics kind of drove me nuts. I really wanted to understand what is going on. And eventually it became my career. After that, I got hired by the Toronto Star to manage the new homes and real estate part. And after that, I worked at Direct Energy when there was a Direct Energy. They still exist in the States, but no more here. So I used to manage the American and Canadian marketing teams. And my last full-time gig, I was the head of digital marketing at Canadian Tire. In fact, I was the youngest person to have this position. And I was lucky to get in this industry before it became an industry. So by the time it became an industry, I had like 5-6 years under my belt. So I got lucky. All right. In 2012, we started Green Lotus. And during my career, I worked with a lot of agencies. And the thing that bugged me the most is that they don't share with you what's really going on. And as a person that actually understands what SEO and PPC is, like even the biggest agencies that charge $500 an hour really don't share what's going on. So I decided to have this slogan: we are your online marketing partner. I am not your agency. Anyone that works with us, we are partners. If you succeed, I succeed. And this is really the core value of everything we've done. These, is that your chair? Which chair is this? Is this better? There we go. The other one? This one? Okay, better. These are some of our future clients, and almost all of them came to us with 2 questions. How to get on the first page of Google, and how much does it cost to get a new lead? And this is really what we've been working on with all of these guys, to generate leads at a cost-effective price. That is the whole idea. Any agency, any marketing company can spend your money. That is not the problem. Your nephew can open a Google AdWords account and spend your money. There's no problem in that. But how to know what's working and what's not working? Because once you know that, now the optimization starts. So the success, and we're actually next month, we're going to be celebrating our 5th anniversary. And we're coming close to about 2,800 customers that are using our platform and our clients. And one of the things that I really want to contribute our success to is Canada. I grew up in Egypt. We are a minority. And if I did not move to Canada, if I did not be here, I would not achieve what I achieved today. So thanks to Canadians, thanks to the culture and the human respect that we have here in Canada, and thanks to all the people here in the room that allowed us to get there. The second factor that I rely our success on is the entrepreneurial spirit. I was working at the Toronto Star in 2008. Who here remember what happened in 2008? What? I can't hear you. Real estate crash, what else? Crisis, right? Do you guys know what happened at the Toronto Star? Does anyone follow what happened there? So we were at One Yonge Street. We used to occupy almost 90% of the building, about 20, 25 floors. And within 2 months, I think they fired the entire sales team in the first day, and then they fired like half the editorials, and now the Toronto Star have 2 floors in that building. I was safe because I was in the digital marketing team, the new cool kids. My job was secured, but I got terrified. I'm like, I'm just a number. If anything hits the ship, I will just be thrown out as anyone else. And I started thinking then, It gotta be a better way. It gotta be something that I can do now or later that can prevent this to happen to me. And one thing I learned during my career is, if not now, then when? We all have goals, we all have plans. And we want to do stuff. It's okay if you're not pursuing your goal right now. But if not now, then when? Put a timeline, put a date to it, and follow through. Things do not happen to people sitting on the sidelines. So, enough spiel. Let's get to it. Yeah? All right. So, 5 ways to outrank your competitor and generate more sales. But before we get to the 5 steps, where is the best place to get new leads? What is the best vehicle to get new leads? This is the part you shout at me. Referral? Yellow pages? No? What else? Your current customers. Where can I get new leads? Where's the best place? Blogs? Anywhere? Paid search, social media. Okay, these are all great answers. So I'm not going to answer the question. I'm going to let the data and the numbers answer the question. I'm a total geek. I love numbers. So 89% of consumers use search engines before making a buying decision. When was the last time you walked into Future Shop or the Breck and you saw a couch or a laptop and you just bought it? Do you guys remember? Never, right? Like, we always go check the prices, see if there's any deal here or there. We do our research even before we show up at the store, right? This is how we do things now, right? Before we used to get the yellow pages and see who's the plumber in my area. That is long gone. And this research is actually, I think, 3 or 4 years ago. So I think it's more than 92% now of us. We use search engines before I'm making a buying decision. Either we make that decision online, or we call, or we go to the store, but mainly our decision is influenced by search engines. The second number here, that 75% of those 90% do not go to the second page of Google. Why don't we go to the second page of Google? Lazy. It's a good one. We should find what we want on the first page. Yeah, that is my answer. So we have this belief, I think this is my psychology side, that if it's not good enough, it's not on the first page of Google, right? If you want to buy a laptop, if you want to buy a couch, if you want to hire a lawyer, if you want to hire an accountant, if he's not appearing on the first page of Google, then he's not good enough. Do you agree with me? Raise your hand if you do agree with me. All right. And what do we do when we don't find what we're looking for on the first page of Google? Change the search. You do go, so you're one of the 25%. Should be proud. All right. So, I have a joke. It's not that funny. Where is the best place to hide a dead body? No, on the second page of Google. Nobody goes there. Is that funny? No. All right. Third number. 43% of all searches happen on Google. This is like bazillions and bazillions of searches, if bazillion is a right word. Have a local intent. What does that mean?
Geo-modified keyword.
But why?
Someone who's near you, like plumber.
No, the search term have a local intent. Usually when we search for a product or a service, usually we know 2 things. What do we want and where do we want to get it? So we look for a real estate agent in Toronto, used cars in Markham, new condos in Ajax. This is usually what we search for when we want to find something, right? If you're spying on someone, that just you search for the name or the place or whatever that is. But when you want to find something, when you want to buy something, when you want to hire someone, you usually know what do you want and where do you want to get it. So from this screen here, my reading of this, that almost everybody is looking for you on Google for whatever service or product you offer. 75% of them expect you to be on the first page of Google, and 43% are actually looking in your geo area. So if you treat others that way, why do you expect that your clients will scroll to the second page or third page to find you? They will not. Okay? So I want to establish this. A lot of people talk about referrals. Who said referrals? Amazing. Okay, you know what? There is no form of marketing would replace word of mouth. It's not going to happen. The best customers I have are referrals. But how many people can you talk to a day? How many phone calls can you make a day? It's exhausting. So this is one of the things that, by all means, this is your number one strategy. First page of search engines. How do we get there? This is what we're going to talk about. So what is on the first page of Google? We all know the ads, right? It's pay-per-click. Your ad shows, someone click on it, you pay $1 or $2, and that's about it. But then what happens to the rest? This is what we call organic listings. These are the type of listings that Google do not charge for them to be on the first page. Basically, Google sees that you are the best site to be on the first position, and that's why you're there. But that is not just it. So we all know this blue link and description stuff, right? This is the regular listing. Major search engines have agreed to 6 verticals. There are 6 types of results that shows on the first page of Google. First one is ads, images, local, videos, news, and shopping. Those are the 6 types of results that shows on the first page of Google. So why I'm here today is to tell you that you should not just rank once on the first page of Google. You should rank twice, 3 times. I have clients that rank on the first page 3 times. We're all safe, we're all good. So one time they rank as an ad, a second time they rank as a local listing, and the third time they rank as a regular listing. Imagine taking 30% of the first page of Google. What are the odds that you get that fresh new lead? What is the odds that you get that fresh new client? So our challenge here today is not just to get you on the first page. It's how to get you on the first page once, twice, or 3 times. All right? It's a numbers game, and the more you can get there, the easier it will get. All right, so let's just take a step back. What is the difference between paid and organic? So paid is, organic, we refer to it as SEO, as search engine optimization. Paid, we refer to it as SEM. So these are the main differences. SEO, I don't care what you sell or what your product is. If there are people looking for it online, this is your main strategy, this is your lifeline. You cannot stop doing SEO. Pay-per-click, this is a short-term strategy. So when at my time at Canadian Tire, we did a lot of case studies and analysis on human behavior and the time that we spend the money versus the time we do not spend the money. So we noticed that when we do campaigns in the high season of a product, sometimes the conversion rate improves up to 300%, triple. So if you do have a little bit of budget, do not spread yourself thinly across the year. Only advertise when it's in high season. That is the only time you should spend your money. Otherwise, save your money. Organic is a slow but steady increase. It does take 3 to 6 months to see results of the work you do today. And the work you do next month, you need 3 to 6 months to see the results of it. And the work you do the third month, you need 3 to 6 months to see the results of it. But it eventually happens. Eventually, persistence get results. So no one here in the room will have as competitive competitor as mine. I'm competing with the whales of the industry. The search engine people, the Moz, all the big guys that actually kind of invented this industry. It took me about 2.5 years to get on the first page of Google. But guess what? This is half the life of my company. My company is 5 years now. Now I don't spend any money on marketing. We do a little bit of remarketing, but majority of leads just come naturally. If you look for something that we offer, if you're local in my local area, I don't need to spend as much on money on marketing anymore. And if I can compete with the biggest whales of the SEO industry, you guys are a lot smarter than me, and you guys can make it for yourself. Here, paid. It's like a tap of water. You start spending money, traffic come, conversions come, leads come, it goes. It's just that simple. But the problem is that 64% of business owners do not know if their marketing budget is working for them or not. So sometimes they get leads and they get conversions, but which ad, which campaign, which picture did people click on it? Sometimes I have this vision that small business owner is standing in the balcony with a bunch of dollars and just spraying them away. Some of them will land in the right spot. And for the dollars that land in the right spot, we don't even know what is the dollar that actually landed in the right spot. So it's a little bit of mystery and a little bit frustrating for small businesses, and this is a part that we truly understand. Here, SEO search engines do not charge you for this traffic. If you get on the first page organically, they don't charge you. They put you on the first page of Google because they think you're the most authoritative, you're the most relevant website for this search term. Here, they charge you every click. You click $1, another click, another $1, right? Here, I'm gonna talk about something hypothetically. Let's just say you're on page 10 today, and you did SEO for a year, and you got into page 1, and you just stopped. You did not do any SEO after that. You just completely stopped. Your ranking gonna fluctuate. You're gonna go up and down because your competitors are optimizing their websites, but you're not gonna go back to page 10. Your investment will stay with you, but you will fluctuate. Here, as soon as you shut off the tap of water, boom, you're back where you were. It's sad that I hear some expert in the industry that try to sell to small businesses, telling them if you pay more to Google, they will give you better ranking. I would like to use the B word for that, but we're being recorded, so don't let anyone tell you that. All right, so I want to simplify this. I don't want this to be complicated for you guys. SEO is like buying a car. So a car cost is $20,000. You're paying $1,000 a month, so you're gonna pay it in 2 years, whatever that is, and then you still have the car. You still can get the mileage out of it. You still have like another 5-8 years out of that $20,000 investment. But SEM is like leasing a car. It gets you from point A to point B, and after you stop leasing a car, you have what? Nothing. You have no car, right? So what I'm trying to say here, that there's no right or wrong way to use a car. You are the business owner. You know your business better than anyone. You choose which type of car you use for your business. For the majority of our clients, we recommend the hybrid strategy. You gotta do SEO no matter what, but you're starting out, let's just do a good campaign, let's just spend a little money to get the wheel spinning, and after 6 months or a year, we don't need to spend that money anymore. So it's a little bit of upfront cost, but again, there is no right or wrong way to use a car. It's up to you. You're the business owner. You choose which car to use. So how does this work? How to actually Google understand which page or which website to put on the first page of Google? What is this all about? So the complicated answer is there is anywhere between 200 to 300 factors that determine your ranking. And to make it more complicated for you guys, search engines do not rank websites. What do they rank? No. Web pages. So every page on your website have its own identity, have its own properties and chances to rank on the first page of Google. So you have 300 factors multiplied by the number of pages on your website. This is kind of your odds to rank on the first page of Google. Does that make any sense? Yes. Say again? No. No, what? Yeah. Yes, this is what I'm trying to say. The more the optimized pages on your website, the more that the entire website is functional and easy to use and all of that stuff, the more opportunities you have. It's a numbers game. The entire digital marketing stuff is all numbers game. If you can improve your odds, then you'll get the numbers, then you'll get the leads. So Let's just break down those 200 factors. I'm going to break them down into 3 pillars, just to simplify things a little bit. So first pillar is called off-page. This is the factors that resides outside of your website. And sometimes we refer to it as authority, and sometimes we refer to it as popularity. How popular and trustworthy is your website? How to explain this? Okay, let's say who works in beauty products here? Anyone beauty products? You guys are all serious. Okay, so let's say you have a purse, and somehow Oprah have bought your purse, and there's some pictures online of Oprah wearing your purse. What happens to your brand? Yeah, right, you get famous. We are famous by association. And this is exactly the same way it works online. So the way that search engines calculate or measure popularity or trustworthiness is what we call backlink. A backlink is simply a link from another website linking to your website. That's what a backlink is. But backlinks are like votes, but not all votes are treated equally, right? So there are quality backlinks, and there are low quality backlinks, and there are people that break stuff. So when we look at your backlink portfolio, it's like your stock portfolio, okay? What's the quality of your backlink? What is the quantity of your backlink? What is the actual text in the backlink? A lot of people when they do build backlinks, I'm like, click here to see my website. I'm like, are you trying to rank for the keyword click here? Why you're not using a keyword in the link? Things like that are very important. Reviews online, this is very important. This is what Google call the sentimental analysis. Google is a machine trying to be a human. So just cut it some slack. Referring IPs, so I can have 10 websites on my server, all my 10 websites have 10, 15 links to one particular website. So this website have 150 backlinks. No, it's coming from one IP. So you cannot cheat the system anymore. Back in the day, we could do that. A lot of people made a lot of money and they were able to cheat the system. But now, the algorithm is so smart that you cannot cheat the system anymore. Press releases is very important to get the word out there. Majority of the clients we do SEO for them, we do like a press release a month or every 2 months. When you get your news distributed to local TV station and local magazines, and it's not that expensive. There are anywhere from like $100 to $500. It's worth it. Get the news out there. If you have something to share, share it effectively, okay? So this is pillar number 1. Pillar number 2 is on-page factors. By the way, for the people who are taking notes, the entire slides are on SlideShare. So if you go to SlideShare, search my name. It's a little bit too late. Okay, a little bit too late. Go to my name. You can download the slides. So, on-page factors. These are the factors that resides on your website. These are all the stuff that we need to work on your website. So, content optimization. I'll talk to a lot of entrepreneurs. I want to rank for this keyword. And then I go to their homepage and like, the keyword's not even there. I'm like, isn't Google smart to know that this is what I do? I'm like, you wish, right? And even keyword research. This is a huge problem. Actually, keyword research is one of the first tools we started to develop when we created Green Lotus tools. You guys will like this a lot. We use a lot of jargon in our websites. So I'll give you an example from my time at the Toronto Star. We used to, who knows newinhomes.com, like the section for new homes. So I used to manage that. Yeah, it's an old thing, but anyway. They're still ranking from like 8 years ago. The work that I did for them still work for them today. If you Google any new homes or new condos in any city of Ontario, 90% chance that they will be in the first 2 or 3 first results. So we used to say there's a new project in Markham, new project in Ajax. I'm like, what the heck is a project? A project could be a highway project, could be a high school project. What is a project? And we expect that our client understand what is a project is. And when I start working there, I did the keyword research. It's not really that brilliant. We just call things what they are. New homes in Toronto, new detached homes in Markham. That's it. We increased traffic by 60% within like 3 months. Just by calling things the way they are and just doing some basic keyword research. Keyword research is your absolute #1 priority. I don't care if you spend 6 months doing keyword research. If you can get to the right keywords, then you're set. But if you use the wrong keyword, then you are on the wrong train, heading in the wrong direction. So we will meet again in 2 years. I'm like, Bassem, this SEO stuff didn't work for me. I'm like, man, you're on the wrong train. So it's very important. All right, content frequency. It's very important to publish new content all the time. Why? Yes. Why is it important to publish frequent content? Boom, 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 boom. You guys gonna make me fall asleep.
Maintains relevancy.
All right. What else?
More keywords.
I like all the answers. So I believe that Google like fresh content because first they want to know that you're a human and that you're alive. That's basically it. What if your website have not been updated for 3 years? Your company could have bankrupt and nobody bothered to take your website down. So why would they prefer you than the other guys? So make sure that you tell Google, I'm a human and I'm alive and I care about my customers. This is why fresh content is important. Metadata and site structure and site performance and user experience, this is all the stuff that, the experience that people go through with your website. Is it easy to navigate? Am I zooming in and zooming out on mobile? Is the speed is okay? A lot of people quit websites on mobile if it loads for more than 5 seconds, right? So it's a big deal. And there's no secret now that site speed is one of the major factors that impact your ranking. Because Google, the number one thing that Google cares about is their own user experience. They want their users and the people who use Google have the best user experience anywhere. So this is very important for them. All right, number 3. This is all where the mist of SEO resides, all the gossip and the stuff that we don't really know. So the hosting locations, does it matter if I'm a Canadian site that I host in the States? The domain history, does it matter if I bought the domain from someone else that was doing something shady and I like the domain name? Site security, domain register, does it matter to buy your website from GoDaddy versus someone else? All of this stuff is what I call other. This is all the mystery of SEO relies on here. But then, which is the most important pillar here? Can I hear answers? On page. On page. If you agree on page, raise your hand. 3 people, 4, 5. If you agree on off page, raise your hand. 6, 8. Other? No, I didn't sell that one well. All right, so before I show you the numbers, these numbers are not certified by anyone on the face of the planet, okay? So take it with a grain of salt. This is my own experience. This is where I learned through the history. Your most important pillar is off-page, is authority. Google is not gonna rank a website that is not trustworthy. It's not gonna happen. If you just started your company yesterday and your domain age is 0, you don't have any backlinks, your odds to rank on the first page is pretty minimal. Then come on page, and then come the other. All right, so this is pretty good. Confusing, but pretty good. Where should I start? Which pillar should I, yes?
Can you go into a little bit more detail with the content optimization?
We can have an hour and a half on that. But basically, it starts with keyword research, and then where to put the keywords that does matter. There are certain places on a web page that the keyword presence matter. So we have keyword density, we have keyword prominences, we have keywords frequency, and keyword something else. There's like 4.
So content means just keywords.
Yeah, how is your keyword present in your website? What is your internal linking structure? Is your website pointing search engines to the right pages? Sounds good? Cool. So it's getting confusing. I'm gonna leave tonight, but what should I do? Which part that I should start working on? So imagine anyone in real estate? What do you guys do? Oh, oh yeah, I saw there's someone once drinks an SEO. You're in the right place. Who's that guy? Thank you. Yeah, and there's someone else wanted painless page ranking. Who's that guy or lady? It's not gonna happen. All right, so where to start? So imagine that you have a house and you want to sell it and you printed a 1,000 flyer. You're gonna go all over the neighborhood and tell people that you have an open house. You're not gonna do that until you fix the floors and fix the windows and install a proper water heater. So, to me, your step number one is on page. You need to worry about your user experience and your on-page experience and everything on your website. That is your step number one. It's absolutely most important. I won't bother with anything, link building or all of that nonsense unless you get all your ducks in a row. That is the most important one. After that come your off-page, and when you have the time and money, go to the other stuff. So I'm gonna stop here and take questions because this is a very important slide. So, questions? No, that was just, okay?
That's okay, go ahead.
Ladies first.
When we go to like, okay, now in front of it.
Do you mind using for someone who's online?
Sure. So when you talk about anchor text links, what are those again?
Anchor text link is the words in the hyperlink.
Okay.
The words that you click on to go to another page.
Okay. Awesome.
Cool. Anyone else?
One of the question I have, how about plugins, SEO plugins? Do they have good efficiency? Good.
Okay. So the question is, should I use SEO plugins and are they effective? Okay. So any SEO tool out there, including our tools or any plugin, is a utility to allow you to do SEO more efficiently and more time-consuming based, right? So there's no automated tool that will just you install on your website and all of a sudden you're all optimized. It's just not gonna happen. If you're looking for something like this, something you buy and you just put on your website and all of a sudden you're optimized, there's none of that exists. But I use SEO tools all over the place because it allow me to set up the titles across the website. It'll allow me to do the chronicle stuff and all of, so it does give you an upper hand on managing large websites, and it's definitely recommended, but you can do SEO without SEO plugins, but it is kind of recommended. Does that answer your question?
Backlinks. How many backlinks would you need to be on page one? Does that compare to your competitors? How many backlinks they have?
50 million.
So, would, like, do you have to just call all your partner, everyone in your ecosystem, so to speak, and get them to refer to your website? Is that
Yeah.
how that works?
You know, the more the better, right? So there's no wrong or right answer to this question. The more the better. And we're gonna dive right into this when we get to the demo part. Cool? All right, I wanna answer and address the pink elephant in the room. How many of you love social media? Right? I love social media. How many of you spend more than 3 hours a day on social media? Right? Okay, good. So now the questions that goes along a lot of people's mind, if I do more social media, would impact my SEO. So if you do agree, if you do more social media, you will get higher ranking. Please raise your hand. It's okay, I'm not gonna punish anyone. 3 people. If you disagree with this statement, please raise your hand. And the rest are just don't want to participate. This is what I was afraid of. Okay, so I'm not going to answer the question. I'm going to let Matt Cutts, he's even better than me. Matt Cutts used to be the head engineer for the Google algorithm, or what they call them, the spam team. So they're the people that develop the algorithm to catch the bad guys. So he said, Google treats Facebook and Twitter posts like any other web page for search, but not as a ranking factor. So if you spend 8 hours a day on Facebook, it does not matter on SEO.
How about LinkedIn?
Same. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
I just read somewhere briefly near yesterday, I'm not sure of it, but that they're starting to create, I'm not sure how accurate it is.
All right. So there is, okay. So here's the thing. It just, the concept that I'm trying to unplug from your brains is that if you spend 8 hours a day, or if you gain and you have 1 million follower and 1 million retweet a day, that will impact your SEO. it might have an impact, but it might be less than 0.5%. But if you think that social media is the answer for SEO, you are completely wrong. This is the point that I'm trying to address. Social media do have an impact on ranking algorithms, but does social media alone can help you rank better on Google? Absolutely not. And I'll come back to you. And for majority of industries, for the majority of the people in the room, if you approach social media as a sales channel, you will be greatly disappointed. Social media is usually good for products or services under $50. It's a necklace, I saw the necklace, I like the necklace, I buy the necklace. It's a shirt, I know the shirt, I like the shirt, I buy the shirt. But I'm not gonna hire a lawyer from Facebook. I'm not gonna spend $500,000 on my first home from an ad on Twitter. It's just not gonna happen. So I say, be on social media not for SEO, but to engage, inform, or even entertain your most valuable audience. We do post some cat pictures on our Facebook page, right? It's funny, people like cats. They won the internet a long time ago. So again, social media is to be top of mind. You're gonna come here today, you're gonna like this funny guy on the stage talking, and then you're gonna Google me, you're gonna join my Facebook or LinkedIn, but you're not gonna buy anything today. It's completely fine, because your business is not ready, you don't have the investment, maybe you don't have a website. But then when you follow my newsletter, when you see the post and the share the information that I do, when you are ready, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? Green Lotus, come on. All right, you had a question.
My question is, you find this social media, a lot of them, if not all of them, they have what we call to actions,
Uh-huh.
which means you direct your audience directly to your site. Rather than relying on SEO,
Mm-hmm.
you have a direct link to your site. Would that not help?
Yeah. So the question is, majority of social media have a direct call to action to your website, or you can run a campaign. Are you talking about mainly paid advertising?
No.
Or
It's
just-
I can view my sites, I can put a call to action. If somebody visits my Facebook page,
Mhm.
click on, you're directly directed to my web page or my website.
Okay, that's a good idea. Okay, so what do you do, sir?
I'm in business process automation, finance and accounting.
Okay, so are you a financial advisor?
No, we develop.
Give me like a 2-word
we
sentence.
develop IT solutions, software.
If I'm looking for your service, what I would look for?
For accounting, finance, business process.
Okay, so, all right, I'm looking for this complicated stuff you just said.
Sorry.
So let's just assume that he's a financial advisor, so I can run with the example here. I'm sorry, you're not. So I have an excess of money, right? I want to invest and I'm looking for opportunities. And I am on Facebook. What do you usually do on Facebook? What do you do on Facebook? Touch your family with friends. You don't have Facebook? What do you do on Facebook? You don't have Facebook? No? I spy on my exes, stuff like that. It's completely fine. Right? But I do have money. I want to invest. Right? And I see his ad and his face is on the ad and it's a very compelling ad. And even if I do click on it, what does it mean? But I'm interested, maybe. I might read a little bit. But now, at a certain point, tax season is coming. I need to invest in RSPs or buy some stuff and all of this. Now what do I do to find a financial advisor? What do? I Google it. So you might get the same person from search engine and social media. It might be the same person, but the mentality, where is he standing right now? The person on social media is interested. Look nice. He looks good. But when I'm on Google, I want this right now. I'm in need for this service. So yes, same person can come from both channels, but if you have to pay $5 for that person to come, where would you put your $5? Right? Cool. All right, so how to outrank your competitor and get more traffic? This is a really good question. We have not answered this question yet. This is a long presentation, man. So, the secret answer, it's a numbers game. It's a numbers game. There's no Bible when it comes to SEO or anything in digital marketing. It's your own data. There's no formula. There's no one can stand here on the stage and tell you, do 1, 2, 3, 4, and you'll be on the first page of Google. It doesn't happen, and it will never happen. But your own data is the only place you will find answers to what you're looking for. If you have 2 pages that you're comparing, your own data will tell you. If you are trying to rank for a search engine for a keyword, your own data will tell you. A lot of people tell me, well, I have Google Analytics. That should be enough, right? Google Analytics is enough? Who does not have Google Analytics? Can we get the camera on here? Okay, so Google Analytics is a must. If you do not have Google Analytics, you have a major problem. Major. So Google Analytics shows you what happened after people come to your website, but it does not tell you what happened before people came to your website. What was your ranking? What's their competitive profile look like? What all of this stuff look like? It's very important to know this stuff. So I completely recommend that you use tools. There are so many tools out there. There are free ones, there are premium ones. Just take a leap of faith on any tools and just start tracking your own data. Start to understand what's happening with your own data. So the steps, the 5 steps that I'm gonna show you tonight is from Green Lotus tools. But again, it's the same principle. You can achieve the same task, or you can do the same task on any SEO tool out there, but we do have some of our secret sauce in there. So short to say, try something. Start investing in SEO. It can really pay off. All right, so let's start this. So what is Green Lotus Tools? So Green Lotus Tools is a suite of 35 tools divided into 4 categories. So the first category is what we call site audit. So this is everything that have to do with your on-page optimization. So all your keyword research, the technical audit, the SEO audit, everything is on-page optimization is in this. Then link building, so everything that talks about off-page authority and domain trust flow and domain citation flow, all of this boring stuff is here. Here we have the social analytics. We're not a social media management tool. We're not Hootsuite or anything like that, but we're a social media monitoring tool. Social media does impact SEO, and we do want to keep track of it, but again, it's that much. Here is every single report you could ever wish for. And there are a lot of competitor metrics out there. So I'm going to show you 5 or 6 steps. There's 35 tools in here. I'm going to only show you 5 or 6 today, but you're welcome to try the tools for free. You can try for 14 days. There is no credit card required. We only take your credit card when you want us to take your credit card. All right, so I'm gonna start with keyword research. So there's 4 keyword research in here. We're gonna talk about 1 or 2 of them. I'm just gonna do web design for the sake of time. Is your internet fast? It's not that fast. Oh, here we go, good. Oh, now we're talking about the tools. All right, so again, Green Lotus tools did not reinvent the wheel. There are keyword research out there. There are a lot of technical audit out there, but we got all the good wheels in one place and we made them cheaper. So back in the day, we used to go to Keyword Planner, do a search volume for global traffic, and then export the document, do a search volume for local traffic, export the document, do seasonality trend, and then you have 3 documents of 2,000 keywords. Now you have 8,000 keywords, and then you try to make sense of them. It does sound boring, but now you can get all of this data in one single row. So let me explain. This is the global search volume. So this is the average search volume for this keyword globally. And this data is coming from Google Keyword Planner. This is the global local search volume. And this data is also coming from Google Keyword Planner. This is the average search volume for this keyword locally. You can change the location to be a country, a province, a city, or even a postal code. But the more you narrow down, the less numbers you will get. Here you have the bid competition. This data is coming from Google AdWords. It shows you how competitive is this keyword. How crazy are people willing to pay for this keyword? The last one is the search trend. This data is coming from Google Web Trend. So every chart here is a month. So it shows you when is your product is popular, when you should spend the money. So it can help you on offline advertising, can help you with media buy, can help you with radio ad buy. You kind of know what happens in your industry. And the best part about this is that any keyword that you like in here, all you have to do is click on this plus sign. This plus sign will add your keyword to the keyword basket. Your keyword basket is your solution. This is a list on the cloud available for you 24 hours. There's no more need to export Excel sheets and keep your Excel sheet and then lose it after 6 months. And by the time you actually find it after 6 months, the data in that Excel sheet is outdated. Every time you open this page, the data refresh and get you the most current data. So you can tag your keywords, you can save them, you can sort them, you can filter them by I want keywords that have more than 1,000 search volume. All of that stuff, you can manage your own SEO tools, and it's available for you on the cloud anywhere. I'm gonna go right into spy on competitors. Who would like? Yes. The average?
Like you said,
It's all over the place. And they don't share that information. They just tell you it's high competitive or low competitive, unless you start a campaign.
but I'm saying like, usually for keywords.
I wish I could answer that question. Yeah.
It's all like N and 1 and all that stuff, but I was like,
Yeah. No, every industry and every look. So it's like if it's a dentist, like a dentist near me in downtown Toronto will be $20. Up in Sudbury will be $2. Even the same keyword will be different.
it's all relevant.
Yeah. So all of those metrics, I actually forgot to tell you one very important metrics here. The KEI. So we have a new metrics called KEI, which stands for Keyword Effectiveness Index, which is a metrics that is correlation between this guy here. Where is it? Global KEI, and you can also get the local KEI. So it's a correlation between search volume and the competition rate. So your best keyword, the best keyword to choose to work on is a keyword that have high search volume and a low competition rate. You kind of have to choose your battles in SEO, right? You can't just go for all the keywords, and especially if you're a brand new domain name that does not have a lot of backlinks, you gotta choose your battles. So you gotta do a lot of keyword research to find those keywords that have a high KEI. A high KEI means that you have chance. You have a chance to rank for this keyword. But if you choose a keyword that just have a very low KEI, if that's your main service and you cannot go around it, it will just take you a longer time to get there. Did I answer your question? Cool.
And then again, what's the high and the low for KEI?
It's 100 out of 100. Cool. Who would like to spy on their competitors? Not you? Raise your hand. Thank you. Participation is very important. It's such a participation award for you, lady. Thank you. All right. So we have a spying competitor tools that you can put a competitor URL, or you can choose from the pre-selected competitors. The tool will go and scan your competitor website and tell you the keywords that is the keyword that is used the most on their web pages, and it will show you all of this data again with the global search volume, local search volume, search trend, and KEI, all of this stuff. So this website have those keywords, and it kind of shows you. So you spy on competitors to make sure you didn't miss anything. That's pretty much why you need to spy on competitors. Because you never know. Your competitor might have someone that is really smart on SEO. You don't need to hire someone that is really smart, right? You just, so I say, like, to me, a lot of people tell me, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hire this company, I'm gonna do all of this stuff. It's a lot simpler than that. The people are on the first page of Google are there for a reason. If you can find that reason and do exactly what this is, I'm not talking about like copy exact website. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like strategy. If you can do exactly what they do, you will get there. You're on the right track. And once you get on the same level, then you can use the advanced stuff. But you don't need to reinvent the wheel from day one. Just spy on your competitors, learn from them. They are on the first page of Google for a reason. We just need to find that reason. I'm gonna move to technical audits. So a lot of people, and this is one of the major reasons that you need an SEO tool. You don't need to wake up to a client calling you, I'm like, I'm trying to buy your product, but your page is down, right? That's a really bad phone call, right? And you cannot wake up every morning and check every page on your website and make sure it works and do it every day. It's just impossible. This is one of the ways that SEO tools become very handy, because we will tell you, we will alert you. There's bunch of broken pages down. This is what's happening. And the good thing about Green Lotus tools is that we scan and keep the data for 12 months. So at any moment, you know what's it's only, again, it's only your own data that will tell you are moving in the right direction or in the wrong direction. So for example, in here on this date, you can actually leave annotation for yourself. So on this date, we upgraded WordPress for this website. So after this annotation, if you see the number of broken pages skyrocket, then it's because of the upgrade. If you see majority of the errors have been solved, then it did a good thing. Only your own data will tell you if you are on the right track or the wrong track. And we scan and keep the data for 12 months. So the first scan is when you sign up, and if you continue, we will keep the data for 12 months. For all the tools, by the way. But then, this is really boring. What is pages not found? What the hell is that? So if you are the technical guy, everything is out here. Here's the link. This is the broken page. This is the line in the script code. This is where the page exists. So if you are an IT person, this is heaven. If you're not an IT person, all you need to do is export this report, mail it as a PDF or Excel file, send it to your IT guys. Guys, fix this for me. And it's just the one thing and it's done. I'm gonna move a little bit. How much time do I have? Okay. All right, we're gonna move fast. Okay, cool. So SEO optimization. So a lot of people tell me, I do SEO, I'm very good at it, but we don't know, are you an okay level or very good or good level? It's very delusional, right? So we created this SEO score optimization score. So this website is 55% optimized. Now we know. You're gonna do some work, next month you're gonna be 65. Now we know. So we scan, keep the data for 12 months. You can know how many issues on site, how many pages in Google, all of that stuff is available to you in a snippet. If you wanna know what is wrong and why you're getting a low score, then we explain to you where is the errors, what's happening, and if you don't know what's a title tag look like, you click on here, we tell you what's a title tag, we give you an example. Even if you still cannot understand what's a title tag, you book a support phone call, and it's free. We will be there with you till the end. My goal is not to be your agency. My goal is to empower you to not hire an agency, to do SEO for yourself. SEO is a transferable skill. You're all entrepreneurs. Today you have a salon, tomorrow you're gonna have an accounting firm. It's a transferable skill. Whatever you do here can be taken exactly to the next place. Okay, I'm gonna move to the authority. Any quick questions on the first part? No? Good, all right. So I'm gonna look at the competitor link profile. So this is one of my favorite tools. I'm a nerd, I like apple-to-apple tables. It's wonderful. So these are, remember the factors we talked about off-page factors? These are the factors. Domain trust flow, authority, all of this stuff. So if you don't understand anything, you simply hover over it. Domain trust flow is a score between 0 to 100 that shows how trustworthy a website. It's based on the quality of backlinks. So everything that you need to know is just a click away from the tools. And it shows you where do you stand. So this domain have a 0 authority, 6 and 10. It's also out of 100. So you know this is a brand new website. This is why I'm not getting high ranks, because I have 0 trust flow. Now we have an area to work on. How can I get more trust flow? Now you know what is broken. If you don't know what's broken, then you won't know how to fix it. I'm gonna go down to the backlinks. So this is the amount of backlinks. And here's the amount of unique domain names that have those backlinks. So this website have 18 site linking to them, and some of them have 2 links on a site. So it's not a 30 link, it's actually 18 websites, and there are from 18 different IP addresses, so there are 18 different links. So the one number we care about the most is the unique IP addresses. So this is the number of really, truly unique links coming from completely different websites that you're not trying to cheat the system. I'm gonna talk very quickly about government backlinks and educational backlinks. You cannot buy a .gov or .edu domains. You cannot buy a link from a .gov or .edu. So Google highly value links coming from .gov or .edu. If you have any relationship with the government or education institute, I highly recommend you to spend all the time in the world to get that link. That link is worth 1,000 backlink, so even more. But now, yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, but where to start? Oh, actually, before we go, you see here, powered by Majestic and Moz. So these are not even my number. These are Moz and Majestic numbers. These are the biggest SEO tools in the world. And instead of going and buying your own account for 120 US dollars, I'll give it to you for half the price Canadian. Because I am buying for 3,000 clients. This is how we get the good deals. And we advertise it. There's nothing to hide here. Okay, so I know where I'm lacking. I really want to know which website should I go after. Where should I start? What should I do? So we go to the competitor backlink spy, and here it lists all the backlinks you and your competitors have. This is everything. And it tells you who have this link and who doesn't. So you can sort it by trust flow or citation flow. You can sort it by the top quality. You export this list in an Excel sheet. You give it to your intern. Go every page, page by page, and see what it is. They're all going to be unique cases. Some websites will be directories. Submit your listing. Some websites will be guest bloggers. Submit a blog post. Some websites will be a magazine. Contact the editors. Can I do a promo? Can I do something? So, but now, you know where to start. You do not need to reconfigure the wheel. If you're spying on the right competitors, you will get to know why they are on the first page of Google, and you can literally follow their footsteps. And then we're going to talk about, are you spying on the wrong competitors? Excuse me, are you spying on the wrong competitors or not? This is one of our latest updates. All right, I'm going to touch very quickly on social monitoring. So we track your citations. So citation means mentions. So we're not talking about how many followers you have on Facebook or how many retweets. We're mainly talking about how many times is your domain name have been mentioned on a social media post. That's what the citation is. So we track your citation on Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. So it's an apple to apple. You see who's doing what, who's doing better. So if you hire a new intern for social media, you will see your graph move up. You'll see your graph move down. You will know what's going on. And there's really some exciting tools in here. You can actually dig down and see what are the most liked or shared pages on your website. How many Facebook likes this page have, Google+, LinkedIn shares. So you can actually dig deep. Wouldn't you like to know what are the most shared pages on your website? It's a good tool. Cool. I'm gonna jump into keyword ranking. Before I go there, I want to talk about what makes a marketing strategy a successful marketing strategy. How do you evaluate that your work is working? Bring in more customers. How do you evaluate if your strategy is working? Conversions. Money. Thank you. Money. That's how the world runs. But when it comes to SEO, we can't really have access to your books, so we can't really know. So the closest metrics to evaluate if your strategy is working or not is two metrics. First one is organic traffic. Are you getting more traffic from Google, right? And second metrics is your Google ranking. But again, it's a little bit tricky. So remember when I told you that people don't go to the second page, right? So you might be doing really good SEO. You might move from page 10 to page 2, but you still haven't seen the traffic reflects and the money have not rolled in yet. At that point, you might quit. I'm like, this SEO is not working for me. And you're like that close. But if you're tracking your ranking and you can actually see that over the last 6 months, you've been riding the wave, then you will not quit. And this is the problem with most entrepreneurs. They will put their heart and soul into it for 2-3 months. I'm like, Bassem, didn't work, sorry. It's not for me, right? But you don't know if it's working or not. You are not been tracking the historical data. You have not seen the visibility of it. Yes, money and traffic is the ultimate metrics that we look for, but they only happen when you are on the first page of Google. It does not happen any further than that. So you need to know, is the traffic and ranking is moving up or down? This is really important. So when we measure ranking on Green Lotus tools, we don't just measure the ranking and just tell you what it is. We measure ranking on all 6 verticals. So we will tell you if you or your competitor have ranked as an image, as Google ads, as places, as news, as shopping, all of the stuff, all 6 verticals we will report on. Do I have access to Green Lotus here? Yeah. Let's show you more better ranking here. So, for example, digital marketing agency Toronto. So I rank for this keyword number 1 on the local listing and number 41 in the organic listings. What's 41 means? So page 1 have from 1 to 10, page 2 have from 11 to 20, page 3 from 21 to 30. So 41 means page 5, position number 1. What else can we talk about here? See, these guys are ranking with an ad. So this guy ranked twice. Number 6 was an ad, and number 42 organically. Do we have any images here? See, this keyword, I was ranking 3 times on the first page, number 4 on the map, number 9 organically, and I had an ad, but it dropped out. So you can actually tell the whole 9 yards. You can tell the whole story from a keyword ranking history. And if you click in any of those keywords, you will see the history of that particular keyword 12 months back. Let me show you. So this is my 12 months historical ranking. So I'm comparing myself to Nova Solutions, Search Engine People, and TechWise. Those are like big agencies in Canada, right? So this is, so I started seeing ranking 2.5 years ago. So this is when actually things start to get better. But see, when things get better, they're actually getting even better. So this was my average ranking 12 months ago. I was 96, now I am 74. So it's an average ranking across all keywords. So it just shows you, you see that gap widening up between me and my competitors? That's really what really matters. But let's take a deeper look. Let's understand the true impact of this. So I'm looking at only the top 10 results, only the first page of Google. How many keywords? You can even show the top 5. How many keywords are in the top 5 positions? You can narrow down to the top 1 position. So you can see that it's a little bit messy here. You see my competitors are fluctuating, but Green Lotus is kind of going through. This was a glitch in the system, don't worry about it. But you can see that, oh, I'm dropping a little bit here. So all of this stuff can share and tell you, are you moving in the right direction or are you moving in the wrong direction? And it's very important. Are you starting to see results from your SEO or there's no results whatsoever? Any questions on this part? Cool. So let's talk about, are you tracking and spying on the right competitors or not? So a lot of times, I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, and most of the times their competitor is the guy next door. If you're a financial advisor, then the big financial advisor next door. If you're a restaurant, then it's the restaurant next door. But sometimes you couldn't be more wrong. So we looked at this, and I talked to my team and say, how can we resolve this in a like numbers data? How can we actually show people no feelings attached? Who are your real competitors? So what happened is that when we scan keyword ranking, we scan the first 10 pages regardless. And we have all of this data no matter what. So I know the entire landscape for the keywords you track on the search engines you want and the locations you have. So we created the dangerous competitor tab here. So this tool will basically tell you who is taking the most real estate across all whatever 200 keywords that you rank for. Who's actually your real competitors? So let's just take a look. So it seems like Moz is my biggest competitor, right? I know that. They're the oldest tracking tool out there. And then there's this new agency, there's Nova Solution and top SEOs, and so on and so forth. So it actually tells you who are the right competitors, who is ranking the most across all those 100 keywords that you're tracking to focus your vision on what really matters the most. I think we're pretty much done. What else? So all the spying and competitor tools are all grouped in that little thing here. I think we're good. I'm just gonna wrap up and just tell you a few things that we have coming. Is there any question before I wrap up? That's a good question. I will get to it. Any other questions? All right. So to me, everything is marketing. You might have the best product in the world, but if there's nobody can find it, then how good it is. That's what it is. Funny example in Holland, about, what was it, 6-7 years ago, there was a product advertised everywhere. You buy this product and it will save your gas consumption by 30-40%. And it was like 20 euros, 30 euros, and people bought it like no other. Like they sold like $10 million of this product. And then the product turned to be a piece of wood. You stick it into your gas pedal so you cannot push all the way down. That's what marketing is. I'm not trying to say that good products, bad products sell. I'm trying to say that marketing is everything. Even if you have the best product in the world, but nobody can find it, then it's not good enough. So, did you like this presentation? Yes. A little bit? So if on a scale 1 to 10, if you're anywhere between 1 to 6, raise your hand. If you're anywhere between 7 to 8, raise your hand. Awesome. If you're so excited, anywhere between 9 to 10. I love you guys. Thank you. So, for you guys, if you are willing to share your experience of this presentation and you're willing to drop 2 words on Google Plus reviews, we would love to give you a superhero t-shirt. I can't tell you how sexy you will look in a superhero t-shirt walking into work or going to bed. I don't care how you wear it. Yes? Because this is the sentimental analysis. This is what we're trying to grow the brand, right? Give something nice to your clients. You can do the same concept for your business. This is why you can bring SEO for real human practice. We're not trying to cheat the system. If you have a value to offer people and you can reward happy clients, this is pretty much how it works. So if you guys want a t-shirt, all you need to do is Google Green Lotus SEO, and on the right side, you will find the map and you'll find the review button. You can give it whatever amount of stars you want. You can type few words and that's about it. You can do it from your phone or from your desktop. Just show me the review after the presentation and we'll give you a t-shirt. I think we have 5 t-shirts, something like that. So if you want a t-shirt, please get right on it. So what's new is Green Lotus. We have been doing so much stuff in the last 5 years and we're still developing new stuff. So we have officially launched Green Lotus Academy. This is the workshop that you've been to. This is Canada's first hands-on SEO training. You can join the Academy for free. There is a lot of videos and tutorials online. All of this information is free for you online. But if you do want to come to our one of our workshop, this is for a small fee just to cover the event space and stuff like that. But for the majority of things, we want to empower you and we want to provide that information at the least cost possible. So all the resources online for Green Lotus Academy is absolutely 100% free. And you can join by going to greenlotusacademy.com. You'll be on the right track. All right, we're actually celebrating 2,000 plus users for Green Lotus tools. The tool is being translated into 5 languages: Spanish, German, Chinese, Russian, and French. So if you have any clients in that manner, or you want to give it to other clients, that we can do that. And it starts from $59 Canadian. Is that a good price? For what? I'll show you the package. I'm so excited. I love when people are excited about prices. Love it. Thank you. So this is what you get. So you get access to all these tools: Moz, Majestic, SEMrush, Alexa, Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Google Analytics, Search Trends, Google Trends, and Google Keyword Planner. All of this data is under one umbrella. I'm not saying that we reinvented the wheel with Green Lotus. We just got everything you need under one place to save you time, to save you hassle. And all Green Lotus products are free support, no setup fee, and no cancellation fee. So if you're not happy at any given moment, all you need to do is send me an email and your account will be canceled. Machine learning, we'll skip that. We skip that. All right, so These are the small business packages. So 59 for basic, 69 for basic plus, and advanced is 119. The major difference is the number of pages that we scan and audit for your website. So if your website is less than 100 pages, you're good with the basic. If you have a room to grow and you're gonna publish a lot of pages, then the basic plus. Then the advanced, we scan and audit 1,000 page. Here we track 10 keywords on one search engine, 30 keywords on one search engine, 100 keywords on two search engines. So search engines could be google.com Washington versus google.ca Toronto. It could be google.com desktop versus google.com mobile. It could be also YouTube. If Green Lotus tools, as far as I know, is the only tools that check ranking on YouTube. So if you are active on YouTube, and YouTube is the second largest search engines, by the way, and they're owned by Google as well. So it's really important for you to check your ranking there. Here you can spawn two competitors, three competitors, and the amount of backlinks. Remember the backlinks that I showed you? Here you get 100 backlinks for each of your competitor, 300 and 1,000. So it's just different sizes. So it really depends on you. We found that our best seller is the basic plus. So for $10 more, you get like 3 folds of this package. For the people who do not have the time and want someone to just help them with it, our packages start from $7.99. And again, I do not want to be your agency forever. For a majority of people, we usually recommend that we do the work for 4 to 6 months, just do the heavy lifting. And while we're actually doing SEO for you and you have your own SEO tools account, we'll manage it on your behalf and we'll leave everything that we do for you on the tool. So after 4 to 6 months, when you cancel the service account, you're still my client, you're not starting from scratch, and you still get the support, and everything we've done for you is kept on the historical data for you, so the work does not go away. Most agencies, as soon as you stop paying them, they kind of don't know you anymore. What else? Okay, I think we're good. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. And I know you raised your hands. How did you find about the value of this presentation? I know you like it, but value. And educate yourself. And do you remember Outrank?
Yeah, so, can I get the projector back? Thank you, sir. So yeah, thank you so much for reminding me of this. So this is one of our most important tools. This is the do-it-yourself SEO checklist. So there's 8 categories of tasks here. There's more than 200 detailed SEO tasks in here, and they are listed in priority. So this is what you need to do step by step. So for example, do keyword research. We'll explain what the task is. We'll tell you what the tool you use to accomplish the task. And once you accomplish the task, you check it, and then the tool will tell you what's your progress. The reason we did this tool, because you guys are all awesome. You're taking 2 hours of your time to come to this session. You took a lot of notes. You took a lot of notes, right? So you're gonna go home and you're gonna implement 1 or 2 of those notes, and then what's gonna happen to the rest of the notes? Yeah, I say they go to notes heaven, where they stay there peaceful forever. I take a lot of notes too when I go to presentations. So this is the solution. You don't need to do all of this stuff. Every time you log into the tools, you know what you've done and you know what you need to do next. And again, if you do not understand anything in those tasks, you book a phone support and someone will share their screen and actually show you exactly what those things mean. Thank you so much for reminding me of this.
That's good. I took a workshop similar to So as a retro of this, and Catherine, thank you so much for coming. I also want to thank Matthew. He's always at the back with AV and putting the links and videos and everything together, and I don't have a time acknowledge him. Thank you so much. We also have at the back Ken. He's the co-organizer of this meetup. Ken, if you can just wave your hand. Awesome. And we have volunteers here, but they went home, but we have one left, Thomas. Thomas is where, if you can raise your hand, just I want to say thank you so much for volunteering and helping us out, and Bassem for you coming and doing. And this is his second workshop, and he had 300 people yesterday at the social event where I was. So I don't know how he has energy to be so, like, energetic and excited. And thank you so much. I appreciate that you came here. Also, what I wanna ask you, come to this board. Get the stickers and the same as you did with the what's your background, what you're interested in, and let me know what you like, what you learn in 1-2 stickers, what you lack, what you long, what would you change, right? So I can get the feedback and I can know how to improve it next time. And I would review your backgrounds as well as what you're interested in, so I can plan for. I have a speaker for the next one, for the big data. I have an idea about how to bring 2 consultants, Tanya and someone else, and how to build very good image for anyone who is in any businesses. And also I'm gonna build something for September or October. So if you can let me know, I would appreciate that. And thank you so much for coming, and this is a wrap.